Alright, so here's a new video of the backyard. Start over on the side yard. So we transplanted a firebrush here probably 2 weeks ago, and it was real small, but it looks like it died or whatever, but I'm gonna give it a chance. We'll see if it comes back, but if it doesn't, Susan wants to put like some kind of fruit tree there, so we'll figure that out. Here's the Phoenix palm. Susan trimmed it up real nice. You got a lot of new in there, a lot of new growth, but she really trimmed the bottom of it really good. And this thing's kind of thorny, you gotta watch out for it. These things right here stab you pretty good, especially inside there. In here, those ones are real sharp. I've learned the hard way. Here's the orange tree that we planted. We planted it when they were starting to fruit, so probably that wasn't a good thing to do, but we had to get it in the ground because it'd been in a pot for a couple years. It's a Lane Late. If you look at the Lane Late navel orange. So we'll see. I'm sure it'll do good next year. We'll see. Here's the desert fern, doing good as usual. Whole bunch of new growth on it. That's the tree Abby likes to scratch herself on. She scratches her butt and her back and her legs on that all the time. Here's the shoestring acacia. Doing great. It's probably been a couple years for that, and it's just doing great. Looks real nice. Does really good in the wind. Don't have to worry about that thing in the wind at all. Here's the it's the bougainville torch glow. Coming back real nice. It'll get real big, but they die in the winter here, and then they come back. Here's one of our lantanas. This one's got the pink and yellow flowers. It's doing good. Everything's pretty much coming back and starting to flower. Here's our nice Palo Verde tree that we planted. This is the one Susan and I planted. She keeps it trimmed real nice. Almost all of its yellow flowers have fallen off, but that one does good in the wind. That one didn't. We had a big windstorm and that thing did good through it. You may have noticed these. It's our new wind catchers, I guess. Susan got one, and then we ended up buying her 2 more for Mother's Day, so she's got 3. So that's one of them. They're kind of a copper color. Try to let you see. There's one in the back, and then one in the back and one in the front. You see. And then here we have the Mexican purple lavender lobelia, I think it's called lobelia, but it's like a purple flower. It's real pretty when all the flowers come out. Right now they're kind of not too many on there, but they'll come out in a little while. They pretty much look like that. It gets full of them later on in the summer. There's a rock, piece of wood. Here's the white hibiscus that we planted I want to say last year. It's hard to get anything to grow here because dude kept digging them out when he was a puppy, but he doesn't dig any plants out anymore. So here's her bee, or her, looks like a bee, and then white hibiscus. So it's doing real good. Looks like we're gonna have nice pretty white hibiscus. Okay, so now here's our other Palo Verde tree, right? So we got the nice one, then we got the one that got damaged by the windstorm. So here's where the big huge branch broke off. Weighed 500 pounds. All the clippings off this weighed 500 pounds from the windstorm. I know this because when we loaded it in the truck, the dumps weighed me on the way in and out, and it was 510 pounds. So now this tree's kind of weird looking because that branch took out the whole middle. So we don't know what we're gonna do with it. We tried to trim it up and make it look somewhat normal, but it might be, well, I don't know, we'll give it a year, but it might be too late for her. Susan doesn't like the way it looks, so. Alright, so here's another bougainville. I think that's torch glow kind 2, not sure. It's doing good. Here's the desert birds of paradise. The flowers haven't started yet, but you can see the blooms. That's where all the flowers will be, and they'll be, those are red and orange, so real pretty. Here's another lantana. This is pretty much just a red, bright red flower with some orange in it. Real pretty. Here's our bird bath and the arbor. Here's a yucca, and with this nice pink blooms. It's got a nice pink blooms going on it. The yucca plant. And then the desert bird of paradise. Another one on the opposite side, right? So we got one over there, and then that one. Here's an orange lantana. This one came from Manteca, and we transplanted it here, and it's doing real good this year. Last year it was okay. This year it's really doing good. Another yucca. Hey, there's Dude. Hey, Dude, say hi. Say hi, buddy. So, and then the mesquite tree. There's the mesquite tree. It's doing good. It's kind of a big view right there of everything. So the other yucca, nice big pink blooms on it. The mesquite's pretty much held up by this rock because their roots stay shallow for the water in the desert, and they tend to blow over a lot. So, but we haven't had trouble since the rock was put there. Here's one of the fire. This is the fire bush. It's starting. It's like, I think it has big orange flowers on it. We have some lantana over here that we're gonna plant somewhere, and then we have a couple of the shrub variety of the lobelia. Oh, Rulia. Blue dwarf Katie Rulia. That's the Rulia. And then we have another lantana. This one is pink. I think this is called confetti lantana. It's real pretty. Pink, yellow, a little purple. It's all different varieties. Here's our other wind catcher. So that's our second one. The third one I think is going in the front yard, but we haven't taken it out of the box yet. So that's kind of that one. And here's our red hibiscus. So that thing does great. It's been doing great for years. So it's coming back like it usually does. It ends up getting, you know, damn near 6 feet tall. So here's your cactus. Grandma Nancy's cactus that she let us have from Healdsburg. Humongous. I put on gloves and we actually got it in this pot. I only ended up with minor injuries. But I'm not moving it again. That's where it's gonna live its life, because I don't know what else I can do with it. But it had real pretty yellow flowers on it probably 2 weeks ago. And I missed it for the video, but that's what these are. Those are the remnants of where the flowers were, but man, they were great. They'd open up at night. It had yellow flowers all over it, real nice. Here's a cactus. I think that's from California too. I forget how he had it, but it's grown a lot. Here's our other orange tree. Now this one we haven't replanted yet, so it's just in this pot, but we actually have oranges on it. We have 3 oranges. It was bloomed, it had tons of oranges on it, but a lot of them fall off. I don't know why. Probably because it's in a pot, but there's one big orange in here that, if you can see it, that's the big one. Then there's another little one right there. Right there, but yeah, that's the big one. Big one, and then there's a third one over here. So we got 3 oranges on our little orange tree. We're gonna plant that somewhere, we'll find out. Here's the grapes. The grapes are doing really good this year. Last year we had a few bunches of grapes come off of it, but this year I can tell that it's really just going crazy with grapes. So it's still early yet, but you can see there's just tons of grapes in this thing. I'll get underneath here and look in there. Tons of grapes. So I'm pretty happy with that. We'll have some nice green seedless grapes this year. This is our corner, couple wood branches and that's where we put our tools and stuff now. And we put our tools there now because Susan made a new area, and it's right here. Basically, the other side yard on the left when you're in the front of the house, but right now it's on the right side, right? So the bug and the boat are on this side, and the RV gate. But this is her new area. So she's got her new, Shan bought her this. That's her peacock. Head moves and all that. That's her turquoise or aqua peacock. Then she's got her lights. And this is a shoestring acacia that we just planted, so it's still small. Real small, really. So we put it in a drip system, so we got all these new plants on drip. We don't have to water them, we don't have to worry about it. They'll water on their own. We got these trees for $5. $5 at Lowe's. So pretty good deal. And that's going to be right in front of the neighbor's window. As you can see, that's like their kitchen window or something. I don't know what that is, but it's one of their windows, so that'll block that out. That's what we did that for. We put one lantana here. It looks like it's the red and orange kind, or red and yellow kind of lantana. So we'll see how that turns out. And then we have this big plant for a focal point kind of in the middle here. This is called a butterfly bush, and it's got big purple flowers on it. And I can see why they called it that, because when you're looking at it from far away, it looks like a big butterfly kind of hanging out on a plant, just, you know, dipping over. So looks really neat. Here's another shoestring acacia. So we got 2 of these. We got this one and that one back there. We got those for $5 each. So there's $10 in trees. And they'll look like that one over there. When they're ready, when they get older, they'll look like that one. But right now, they're just these little twigs. They're just little twigs right now. $5, but it looks like they're making it. We did this 2 weeks ago, so this is 2 weeks of growth here. We planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plants. And it's been 2 weeks and they're looking good, so they're all on the drip system. Here's a yucca. And then we had another Lobelia. That's the Mexican Lobelia with the purple flowers. So that thing looks like it's doing good. So that'll look like the one that I showed you with the purple flowers. Got her dragonfly on there. That's fake. Yeah. Then we put the lizard up there. Or the gecko on the wall. Kind of moved some of the things on the wall around. Hummingbirds over here. Those are the hummingbirds, the grapes, the pool. Kendall just got out of the pool from sun tanning. I just cleaned it, so it's all nice and clean. More of the tree from the wind. So I told you 500 pounds blew down. I already took that to the dumps. Now this is what I still got to do. It's a small load for the dumps, but the boat and then the bug, side of the house. Kind of when you come up, and there's the patio. I just got out of the pool swimming, so did Connor. So here's the telescope. We use that a lot, actually. Looking at the moon. We look at the moon a lot here with that. Fountain. The barbecue. We're gonna get a new barbecue soon. That one's about on its last legs, but yeah. That's the backyard. Got our fire pit for those Arizona nights. Got all our different wind chimes here. Basically, all those do, we have those to weigh down the sunscreen there. You can see this one over here. Sunscreen's not down, but on that side, but that one's a snail. Sun, snail. What's this one? The bee. It's like a bumblebee. Yeah, and then that thing spins inside of it, right? And then the sun, another sun. There's one of her geckos. There's another gecko right there. So this is from the patio view. Is that Abby? Hey, what's up, Abby? Say hi, girl. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, that's Abby. Abby's a good girl. There's Dude. I didn't know both of you were out here. There's Dude. He likes the shade. Looks like a little breeze came up. The wind catchers are really working here. So that's it. That's the backyard. So we're gonna be putting some flagstone in the dirt. All around here we're gonna be putting some flagstone steps. Big, kind of unique, awkward looking ones, you know, random, natural. We'll be putting them all around here. And then we're gonna go buy another 15 tons of river rock, which is this stuff. And we're gonna put it all over here. So we're getting rid of we're covering the dirt. No more dirt, we're done. The dirt's too dirty. Too much dirt gets brought in the house, so all this leftover dirt's all gonna be rocked out. I'm gonna rock everything out here so we'll have no more dirt showing. Go all the way up to the pool. We figured it would be about 15 tons because the last time we got this rock we got 18 tons and it did, you know, everything you see here. So we figure 15 tons should do the rest. Okay, grass is doing good. You can see all the yellow flowers falling off the trees. All those yellow flowers are all from the trees, so I just mowed, but you know, you mow and then the wind blows all the flowers down. But it's looking real good this year. Now that dude doesn't tear everything up, everything's looking nice. It's getting a little windy, so I'm gonna call it a video, okay? That's it. Bye.